coach Jeff Wilson, senior forward Josh Williams, freshman forward Ryan Smith. Jeff, you want to make an opening statement? Any questions we'll take after that?
I thought it was a really good college basketball game to start with. Thought both teams played well. A little spurty, probably because of the way both teams play. Running, pressing, up tempo. I thought the first half we had the tempo a little bit more our direction than early in the second half. I think we went maybe 8 or 9 possessions early in the second half without scoring, which lets them back in the game a little bit. But what I told my guys coming in the locker room after the game, other than the fact that it was a really good basketball game, I thought we showed some really good things, especially coming back through adversity. Was our team found adversity all year. You know, we started the season with 2 guys out for the year, Kit Walls and Mark Rodriguez, both guys that would have figured in the probably top 8 of our rotation. Both guys out for season-ending injury. Josh Williams, weren't sure if he was going to be able to play, has had a stress reaction in his foot all season, has been in a boot for 4 months. And today, obviously, he didn't end the game due to some of that injury, but just really proud of our guys. Our seniors gave us good leadership. I thought they helped our young guys get their feet under them this year. And I think they left a really strong legacy, obviously. And, you know, in life, you're going to find adversity. And I'm very proud of these guys for being able to look adversity in the face. A lot of people counted them out. To be very honest with you, I heard a lot of coaches saying that when we lost those 2 guys at the beginning of the year that we weren't going to be very good. And we found a way to win the East. We found a way to get in the PSAC semifinals, and we found a way to play a hell of a basketball game today against a really good opponent. So I'm really proud of my guys and the things that they've accomplished this year.
Talk about this year's team and, you know, how far this team was able to come based on, you know, the great play by these 2 guys and the rest of the locker room. And as shorthanded as you were at the guard spot, that really meant that the focus of your team had to become the front line.
Well, I think we're pretty balanced as you look at it. I mean, you know, Josh is our leading scorer and obviously an all-region player that came out yesterday, so I'm proud of him for what he's come through. And his story is, when you talk about adversity, this young man's come through adversity and season-ending injuries twice to come back to where he is and be an all-region player. So my hat's off to Josh. I have a great deal of respect for him. We even had one tough conversation after he tore his patella tendon, me thinking he wasn't going to play again. And he looked at me and said, "Coach, I'm definitely playing again." All right, for him to come back to where he is right now, I'm just extremely proud of him and his dedication and his want. And he won't be done. He'll find a way to play. All right, he'll find a way to get a contract out of this. So I'm proud of that. Jaquan Jones, who was a leader for us last year, gave us leadership. Nick Giordano gave us leadership. They had played in a lot of big games, obviously won the region championship last year. And it brought the young guys along, including Ryan Smith, who, you know, you lose Steve Harris, and most people think you're not going to be very good because you lose that guy. And then Ryan came in, and, you know, he followed up by Rookie of the Year, 5 Rookie of the Weeks in our conference, and 2nd team all conference. So, you know, Ryan is just an attention to detail guy. And, you know, when I look at him and where he's come, it's because of the hard work and dedication and the want for him to be good. You know, he's a guy that's in my office all the time wanting to watch film to see how he gets better. He wants to be coached hard, and he wants to see how good he can be. And, you know, again, respect, and I think some of these older guys may have showed him the way a little bit with that, but it's just something in him. You know, like, not every kid does that. As a coach, you would like that to happen, all right? But he's a young man that's extremely driven, and as good as he is right now, I know he's going to be a lot better, and that makes me smile.
Talk about Jaquan Jones and what he brought, because there were certain times this year, like he did last year, where he just said, "I need to be the guy that's going to get to the rim and score," and he can do that, and he did it tonight as well.
Well, more from assist to turnover ratio. You know, Jaquan's a guy that has run the team very well for us over the course of his time here. Led the league in assists, was first in our region in steals, and I think 3rd in the country in steals. You know, and he was kind of the head of the monster, if you were to, you know, leadership, yes, but also running the show and at both ends of the floor with the defense and also the offense. So, you know, obviously 2-time captain, shows, you know, what the coaches and the players in that locker room feel about him. And, you know, I just, again, respect for him and his career.
Josh, this was your first year as a starter after, you know, being part of the rotation last year. Just kind of take us through the year, you know, how you think being able to get the team back to the postseason with the losses that they did have, talking, with the seniors and the injuries, and talk, how proud you are to get the team back to the tournament.
Yeah, like Coach said, we went through a lot of adversity, but we got a lot of players on our team that worked hard this year. I just feel like, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but our senior leadership this year, I feel like what kept us through it. Ryan played extremely well, like better than I thought any freshman will ever play. Like he really did good this year. He was really part of the glue that we needed. And yeah, we got here. A lot of people didn't think we would, but we did. So I'm just proud of us and proud of the coaches.
Was there a point in the season where you saw the development of the young player that you have here next to you?
From the first game.
Really?
Yeah, from the first game. It was glimpses of how good he can become, and right now I'm looking at the stats, 30 and 13. That's just like a normal night for him, how he's been playing down the stretch, and I'm really proud of him. I hope he have an amazing career.
Ryan, what does it mean to you to have success like this in your freshman year?
Well, I got to give credit to the people around me. All the seniors stepped up and worked the ball into the post, and that was our game, so it was inside out. And I got to credit Coach Will helping me through, and all the coaches and stuff like that, but especially Josh too. Learning from him is a really good opportunity, which I had, and he was a little bit of a mentor to me through the whole thing. So,
Can you give me an example of maybe one time in the early part of the season where you guys had a conversation and it was an insightful conversation for you?
It's all throughout the game and practice, and I can't give you a specific reason or point, but Josh helped me through the game. He helps me through practice. He pushed me harder, and we push each other. So I think we make a good combo in the inside and out in the 4 and 5 spots. So yeah.
Coach, when you look at box scores in and out and you see, Ryan 9 of 11, Michael Weiss 3 of 3, the production that you had at that spot, interchanging with Ryan and Michael, was really, I think, something that surprised a lot of people this year.
Well, I think sometimes the style, people see, the scoring and the perimeter and some of that action, and, they think that that's what the style is, but we have what we call a formula of success, and our formula of success is attack inside out. So, we've always, going back to Steve Harris, Rasheed Moore, Terrence King, if we're gonna be good, we have a keystone in the middle, and we've had that. This year we had 2, especially when Josh was a little healthier. We were running everything 4 and 5. So we would put Josh in the low post and let him work. We put Brian in the low post and make him work. Probably towards the end of the year, we became a little bit more predictable because Josh wasn't as healthy and wasn't able to maybe take some of the pressure off Ryan. Every set was for Ryan coming down the stretch, but that was more for injury than anything else. Josh just wasn't as healthy as he was 3 weeks ago. But that's the way we play, and people look at the press, people look at the transition, people look at the points we score, the steals, and they forget the inside game. But when we're good, we have a really good inside player, right? And Michael Weiss showed great development this year. You referenced him. He led us in field goal percentage. And then Ryan and his development are a key reason why we're here. And I told him that last night when we were watching film. I mean, he needs to feel good about where he's come this year, and the sky's the limit for him. It really is.
Any other questions?
Can I just say one more thing? Michael Weiss also, he's a huge reason in my development too. He's the hardest post player I've played in this entire VSAC. Every single game, it's every practice. It's just with that strength and power that he has, it makes me work harder, and I make him work harder, and that's also a big part of it.
And another year together.
Of course. Yeah.
It's interesting Ryan says that because Steve Harris said that in his press conference a year ago. Steve Harris gave his development a lot of credit to Michael Weiss and him working in practice.
How about that?
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Okay.